Okay everyone, so now we are learning that how to add dynamic label or button. So first of all we are going to drag and drop a button. We know that this drag and drop is not a dynamic because before making program we are going to do that. But let us suppose that on runtime we have the button, then how it will work. So first of all we have taken this button. Let us suppose that I am giving some name here and this is, let's say, static button. So I'm giving the name static button. Now afterward I'm going to extend the size of this button. Everything I'm doing before runtime. Here is the form. I'm giving the name of the form, let's say my name, which is Ankit Verma. Now in this program I want that whenever I click on this button on the runtime there should be one label and button should be displayed automatically. Now I'm going inside and I'm going to extend this. We know that this is the code which will be generated automatically when the button is clicked. So above that we are going to declare one object here. We are writing dim, that means declare. Let's say DB stands for dynamic button, as new means it is the object button. So we are making an object of a button which is DB. So on the runtime when we just start this project, then this DB object will be created for the button. Now inside the code of button what we want, this DB which is the object of button should be added. So we are writing me means this is my form, active form on which we are working, dot. We know that the form 1 on which we are working, we signify it with the me. So me dot controls. We know that everything which is inside the form are the controls, just like button, radio button, or maybe the label. So me dot controls dot add. So we are adding here, what we are adding? We are adding this object which is DB. So this DB we are adding here. Now we are pressing enter. Now we are going to run this project and see how it will work. So we are running it. This is our static button which we have created. Now click on that. You can see that on the runtime there is a button. Now we are going to customize that. We want to provide some name and the specific location. So you can see that this button is available on the runtime. So we are going back. Here we are going to provide the name first of all. So we are saying that DB. We know that DB is the object of button. DB.text is equal to, so we are providing the name in the double quote. Let's say dynamic button. So this is the name of button which we are providing here. Now afterward we are going to run this project again and we are going to see how it will work. So here we are clicking, you can see that dynamic is coming, button is not coming. That means we have to increase the size. Now we are going on one other property. Here we are mentioning that DB is the object of button dot set bounds. Now inside this set bounds there are 4 parameters, X location and Y location. Understand that this is our form. In this form this is the X location and this is the Y location. So where you want the button, let us suppose that here you want the button. So this is the X axis and this is the Y axis. So you have to provide the value here. So inside the set bounds, let us suppose that I am providing the value of X is, let's say 20 and the value of Y, let's say 30. So X and Y value we have provided and this is the location. Afterward again there are 2 more parameters, width and height. We know that button is having the width and the height. So this one is the width and this one is the height. So here we have to provide what will be the width and height. So here first of all we are going to provide the width here. Let us suppose that the width of the button I am providing is 50 and the height let us suppose that we are providing is 20. So this is how we have provided. Now we are again running this project and see how it will work. Now click here, you can see that the location change. So here the location is changed but the height and width are not as good. So we are going back and we are providing, let's say we are providing the width here has 100 and height here is, let's suppose, 50. So again we are going back and running this. Now afterward we are going to click on the static button. You can see that now the height and width are changed. So this is how we can provide the button. Now we want that this dynamic button should change also. Means whenever we click on this button, there should be some action performed. Right now if we are clicking on that, there is nothing happen. We know that whenever we click on normal button just like this, a coding appear. This is the coding of button. So to make a trick, you just copy this. Above that, press enter and paste it. We know that inner part we have to remove. Now we know whenever we just click on this button, this code work, and similarly we have taken this code. Now you understand that when we are clicking on this button, the name of button is button 1. So here you can see that this is button 1 underscore click and button 1 dot click. So just change that. What is the name of our button? Our button is DB. This is object. So simply just change the name here. This button 1 will be replaced with DB. So DB underscore click. And similarly, this will be changed with the DB. Now this code will work for our dynamic button. So that means whenever we are going to work on the runtime, this code will work. Let us suppose that in the message box here we are going to provide, let's say my name I want to print, Ankit Verma. So here this is the name we are going to provide. Now we should understand that while we are giving this property, means it should work on runtime, then here we should be taking the events property. So while making the object of the button, we will add one more keyword here, that is with events. If you are not providing that, then the project will not work. That means if you are running this project, you can see that there are the warnings coming, and you can see that what is the warning? Handles clause require with events. That means while you are creating the object of the button, with events is required, because you want that dynamic button should be clicked. That means there is an event should be triggered, which is button click event. And for that, we will add a keyword, which is with events. That means it will be coming with the events. So declare object DB of button, which will contain the events also. You can see that warning is now no more here. So now we are going to run this project. Here you can see that this is the static button which we have created. If we click on this button, then this code will work. So clicking on that, you can see that me.controls.add. So on this form, this DB is added. DB text is having dynamic button. Set bounds. So X and Y values are given. So this is the X axis, this is the Y axis. So 20 and 30, so button is started. 100, this is the width. 50 is the height of button. Now if I click on this button, then afterward, what is going to happen? The code will work. This is the code. So message box Ankit Verma. So this is how we can add the dynamic button. In the same way, we are going to add on the dynamic label. So we are going to press OK. Then we are crossing it. Now we are going back again. Here we are again taking one more object dim, that is for declare. Let's say DL, which is dynamic label, as new label. So this is how we have taken one more object, which is dynamic label, DL as new label. Now inside our button, which was a static button, we want that in the similar way we have to add the control. So we know that this control we have added me.control.add DB. DB was the button. So similarly, we are going to write here me means the form dot controls. We know that controls are the part of toolbar. So we are taking the controls dot add. Now inside the bracket we are adding that control, which is dynamic label. So this dynamic label we are going to add now. So we are clicking here, running this project, then afterward, now you can see that it is not showing. So we are going back and providing some name here. So we are writing DL. DL stands for dynamic label. It is the object. dot text. So the text is equal to, that is dynamic label. So this is the name of label. So now we are going to run this project. Now we can see that if we are going to click on this button, then dynamic label, this caption is coming. Now we want that this dynamic label should be coming in line with the dynamic button. So here we have to provide the value of X and the Y. So we are crossing it, and here we are providing in the same way DL, which is the dynamic label, dot set bounds. Now in the bracket, let us suppose that we want that on 10, 10. So the value of X and Y is 10, 10 we are providing. Now we want that what is the width and height. So here we are providing the width. Let us suppose that the width we are giving, let's say 30, and the height we want is 10. So here this is how we can provide. Now we are going to run this project. We'll see how it will affect. So we are clicking over there. You can see that somewhere it is not giving you the proper text. So we are crossing it. Now as per the requirement, we can extend the size. Let's say 100 we are providing here. Now we are running it. So here we are again going to click over there. Dynamic label is coming, but here height we have to increase. So here again we are going to provide the height as 20. So depending upon our requirement, we are going to provide it. So we are going here, and afterward we are again going to click. So we can see that here on the 10, 10 we are having the dynamic label. So in this label we can even provide more options. Let us suppose that dynamically you want there should be some back color or the fore color, we can provide. So we are going back and we are providing here DL, which is the dynamic label, dot back color. So that color we want to provide, that is equal to, let us suppose that color dot aqua. This color we want. So now we are going to run this project. So here we can see that this is the static button which we have dragged and dropped. Now click over there. Now afterward this code will work. Above that, what we have done, we have made object of button with events, that is DB. We added the DB, so button is added. Then we change the name, that is dynamic button. Then we have set the bound, x-axis and the y-axis. So button is available. Then width and the height of the button. Then after clicking on this button, this code will execute. Then afterward we add one dynamic label. This is DL, which is the dynamic label, object of the label. Then the name we have changed, which is dynamic label. Then we have given x and y axis. So this is x, this is y, 10, 10. So here dynamic label is started. Then width and the height. So this is width, this is the height we have given. Then afterward the back color we have given is color.aqua. Now the important thing is that these things we have added on the runtime. So whenever you want to add a button or the label or any control on the runtime, so this code will affect. So this is how we can add button label dynamically.